Hey everyone, so today I want to reveal the truth about CPA exam study supplements and what you might not know before investing in a second or a third or a fourth CPA review course or study supplement. So today's video, it's very important if you are serious about passing the CPA exam that you understand how CPA review courses are made. And I want to be today comparing Kessler Qs versus the AICPA licensed CPA exam questions. Basically, here's what I mean. I put together this little infographic that shows how a CPA review course is created. So the AICPA, they're the ones who created the AICPA blueprints. They also release retired CPA exam questions every year to all the CPA exam providers. So I am one of those providers. I would consider Kessler CPA Review a study supplement at this point. We're just a startup. But then you also have the big courses. So like your Beckers and Wileys and Rogers. And so everyone is creating a test bank using the exact same questions. So the AICPA, they release them in batches and they retain them over years and years, and then it's on us as the providers to figure out which questions are still up to date, how to create an explanation for it, and explain it to you, the learner. And so the problem comes when people buy multiple CPA review courses, and what they don't realize is that they're purchasing the same questions multiple times, and there's just different versions of explanations behind them. And so what happens is that when you start using a second CPA review course, it ultimately duplicates what you've already studied. So you're answering the same questions. So you might have risked memorizing those questions already. It also complicates things. So you're working with two different systems here, two different technologies. And so if you're trying to combine them together, it might be a little bit difficult to combine them, and it just makes your life more difficult and ultimately complicates things. And then what I see happening way too often is that candidates, they'll add a second CPA review course and then a third, and they'll just end up with the same disappointing result. And so what I found actually works is not necessarily the study materials that you're using, but how you use them. And so when I created Kessler CPA Review, I knew I needed to teach the how first, because that's what I've been doing since 2015. It's what I see getting the best results. People who have used the same CPA review course over and over and over, and I've helped people who have failed over 20 times crack the code on learning how to actually use that CPA review course and how to actually get results. So that's number one. That's the most important thing to understand, is that if you're struggling to pass, it's not that you need more of the same questions, it's that you need somebody to teach you how to study. And that's the problem with all the different various study supplements out there, is that they don't really provide much in the terms of proactive mentorship to teach you how to even use their platform, let alone how to manage your time, how to study for a retake versus a brand new section, and so forth. They don't provide a whole lot of accountability, very limited tutoring, if any, very limited community, moderated community, if any, and so forth. So these are some of the gaps that I saw in the industry that I wanted to fill in as quickly as possible. And so here's our philosophy on helping people pass the CPA exam that's getting amazing results. And so again, we start you with mentorship. So we start you with Ultimate CPA Exam Guide Mentorship. That's the program I designed back in 2015. I've been enhancing it, improving it, and we've got over 2,000 CPA candidates in the platform right now. And everything is step by step. So we're going to teach you how to use your primary CPA review course. So again, we work with all the big companies. We work with some of the study supplements. We provide step-by-step tutorials for you to follow. And so that's step number one. So if you don't know how to study, how to use your platform, it's going to really hold you back. So that's the first thing, that's the first light bulb check that we want to help you achieve. Next, we also include professor-made questions that you've never seen before. So these are questions that are not used by the major CPA review courses. They are not AICPA licensed questions. These are questions that are made by professors. They're made from scratch. My team, we make sure they're up to date. We map them to the AICPA blueprints, and the feedback that we've been getting from our users so far is that they are just as challenging, if not more challenging, than what the AICPA releases. So again, these are very new questions that you haven't seen before if you have a Becker or a Wiley or a Roger. And so we call them Kessler Qs. And again, there's no duplicates, made from scratch, just as challenging. And when we teach you, we can tie in how to use these Kessler Qs with your primary course. So I've got the platform pulled up here. So I can give you a few examples of the types of questions that you're going to see. And there's actually a free trial that I'll link to in the video description if you want to give these questions a try. But let's see here. So yeah, so these are the types of questions that we create. So A lot of them are either there's going to be work problems, obviously, where you'll do calculations and so forth. A lot of the word problems are structured like this, to where you'll have a question, you'll be given 3 options, and then you'll have 4 choices to make of which one of these 3 are correct and incorrect and so forth. We have the toolbox with a calculator, scratch paper. You can highlight things. You can leave notes once you've answered the question. And you can also put together a whole unboxing video. So I go into all this in great detail. I'll make sure to link the playlist here on the video as well if you want to watch that. But there is these questions, you will not have seen them before. They're fully updated for the current year exam and mapped to the AICPA blueprints, which is really important. So A1 stands for Area 1, and then here's the primary topic and so forth. And again, you can line these up with the blueprints and then line them up with your primary CPA review course. So if you can identify in your big course where you're struggling, then you can easily jump into the Kessler CPA review and identify where to spend your time answering questions. We also have a study planner. So you plug in your exam date, then we'll provide you with study tasks. We also have study looping technology built into the study plan. If you go through our mentorship, that's going to be a key piece of the training. You'll learn how to implement study loops to keep everything fresh from day 1 all the way up to exam day. So if you're struggling with grasping the material, this is going to be really important for you and so forth. So again, this platform, it's really thought out. It's totally different than any of the other study supplements out there. We also have a mobile app, which I also created a video on exclusively to show you how our mobile app for iOS and Android, it syncs up in real time with your the desktop app so that you can for true studying on the go. There's also Kessler cards. So these are essentially mini task-based simulations that are built out of our Kessler cues. Pop that open here and give you a shot of that. You can go to the calc cards here, filter for those, and you'll see that, oops, must have forgotten there we go. Typically, the Kessler card is going to be the question with no multiple guesses. And then you can flip the card over, see the 4 multiple guesses, verify that your thought process was correct. If it's not, you flip it back over and redo it. Come back and you're like, okay, I think it's D. And then you can scroll down and the answer is actually C. So then you self-grade yourself. And then the more data you give the system, then you can turn on adaptive mode, which is the adaptive learning mode, where if you give it enough data, it's going to pull in the cards that the system thinks you need to see. And it's a great way to prepare yourself for task-based simulations because these are harder than multiple choice, but not quite full task-based simulations. So that's the goal here, is to create something in between multiple choice questions and task-based simulations. So it's really cool. Let's see here. So that is also something that no one else in the industry provides. And then, yeah, like I said, we have a desktop and an iOS Android app that syncs all together. So anywhere you have an internet connection, a mobile phone, and a laptop, you can be studying on both platforms at the same time and everything will stay in sync. Or if you're on an airplane and you turn on Wi-Fi, you can start flipping through some Kessler cards or Kessler cues. And then once you've landed, pop open your laptop, everything will be synced up and ready to go. Let's see here. So yeah, so again, we have Kessler cues, and then full mock exam as well. And we're going to be adding what are called enhanced AICPA questions. So we're going to be taking the AICPA questions that were created, but then creating an enhanced explanation. So the problem with the major CPA review courses that I see out there is that they only provide you with an answer. So it's like, okay, the answer is B and here's why. So what my team and I are doing is, okay, if you're going to invest in a study supplement, you want something that's better than what's in the big CPA review course that you're using. And so my team, we're working on giving you background overview on the topic that's being tested by each question. Then we'll provide you with the why. So that's the most important thing when answering questions, is understanding why a question is right or wrong. So that's something that we're going to be also adding in. Then we'll also go through why each other option is incorrect. So this is also important to understand. So you don't want to get a question correct, but for the wrong reason. So when you understand why every single other option is incorrect, that's going to give you some valuable data to make. And then we're also including a gem of the question, which is something that no one else in the industry does. So what's the one key takeaway from this question that you should probably be making a flashcard for or remembering and so forth. So be on the lookout for an announcement video for that. So please stay subscribed to the YouTube channel if you don't want to miss that announcement when we add. I think we'll be adding, the next batch will be around 800 additional Kessler Qs, and these things are going to be beasts. They're going to be awesome. So it's something you'll have never seen before in terms of quality and depth of content. So it's going to be really cool. So disadvantages of Kessler Qs. So yes, there are some disadvantages, obviously. So some users have said that some of our questions are quite a bit easier than the AI CPA questions. But again, this is by design. So I've noticed that the bigger courses, they tend to gloss over some things. So when having professor-made questions, they're looking at things more from a ground-up level of understanding. So they're not going to assume that things that the big CPA review courses do. So typically when you see a question that's relatively easy, it's probably because you already have a strong understanding of that material. So just expect that we try not to gloss over anything. We try with these questions. So they're going to be a little bit more basic, but then work up to the very complex as well. So that is just some of the feedback that we've heard from our current users. Obviously, the advantage of using Kessler Qs is that these are questions not used by any of the big CPA review courses or study supplements. So again, these are fresh questions that you will not have seen before. So if you're somebody who has struggled to pass a section, this is perfect. You're not going to get any duplication of questions. If you are somebody who is brand new and you're worried about maybe being a little weak in certain areas, Kessler Qs are a great advantage here because, again, we don't gloss over things that the big CPA review courses do. We try to teach you the concepts from the ground up and in the proper order here based on the mapping in the blueprints here. So yeah, so super valuable to have access to these Kessler Qs to be able to study on your desktop and your mobile, keep everything synced together. And again, you're not going to find that with any other CPA study supplement that's out there. And I believe only 2 or 3 other full CPA review courses, like the big companies out there, have an app as advanced as ours in terms of syncing things together. So very cool stuff that I definitely recommend that you start out. So yeah, so next step, I definitely recommend that you start using Kessler Qs today. So in the video description, check for a special offer to start a free trial. There's going to be an exclusive discount if you sign up for a free trial as well to get started. So once you enroll in Kessler CPA Review, you're going to get instant access to the mentorship, to our study supplements, all the Kessler Qs, Kessler cards, and our tutors as well. So you'll be able to submit questions to our tutors. They'll send you a Loom video back answering any question that you have. They'll give you a spreadsheet with all the work and all the explanations, any background information that you need to know. And it's as close to one-on-one tutoring as you're going to get. And in my opinion, it's even more effective because you just submit the question, get back to studying. My team does the research for you, and then they send you a very concise video that's not going to waste your time, because when you're on a live one-on-one tutoring call, it's awkward. Then you got to deal with scheduling and calendar conflicts and all that mess. So again, using Kessler CPA Tutor Boost, it's a great way to submit questions, sit back, relax, do some more studying, and wait for my team to get you an answer. So thank you again for watching. Really hope that I taught you something today about the study supplement industry, and I hope to see you on the inside of Kessler CPA Review. Thanks. And if you're skeptical if Kessler CPA Review is getting results in real time for CPA candidates, I've got some bad news for you. We've got hundreds of success stories here. So for example, Yasmin, she just shared a few hours ago of me shooting this video that Kessler CPA Review gave her a huge boost to her scores, and she was able to pass both audit and FAR, and it's been a 6-year journey for her. So imagine how much her life is changed and how cool it is that something like Kessler CPA Review is getting amazing results for people around the world. And so there's just so many cool stories in here. I wish I had more time to share, but it just goes on and on. So this stuff works when you execute it. So if you are willing to put in a lot of hard work, I am here for you to help you pass this beast of an exam. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll catch up soon in the next video. Bye.